Hey mamas, welcome to day 7 of our fall 2024 Postpartum Fitness Challenge. So we are moving forward today with a postpartum Pilates workout. You won't need any equipment. We're going to focus on the glutes, posterior chain, and then our core. Come on down to the mat. We're going to begin with a scorpion kickback. So hands come under shoulders and knees under hips. Breathe in, exhale, draw belly button in and up toward the spine. Now we're going to take that front foot, flex it, drive the knee up toward hip level, and then bring it back down. So push and then lower back down. Drive through your heel and you kick back, but also upward once you get to the top. So about hip level and then drive the heel up. Exhale as you do that, inhale at the base. And that's going to help fire that deep core pelvic floor in unison with the glute and hamstring. As we're kicking back, we want to push up and then keep that curl in the hamstring so that we keep that tension there. And if you need to, you can drop the knee and fully rest at the bottom rep if you need to. Couple more here. We're going to stay on this same side for the next couple minutes. So continuing with the front leg, this time we're going to lift and pulse at the top of that scorpion kickback. So we're going to keep it up the whole interval if we can. Now push into the floor with both hands so you're evenly distributing your weight. And then keep that knee at hip level, push the heel upward, flex the foot and push. Keep it going. It's gonna burn, but that's what we want. We want to reach that muscle failure. I always say it, you've got to get past the burn. You've got to get to that point where you're shaking, gritting your teeth, you're struggling, you're making ugly faces. 12 seconds left, we got it. If you need to, you can rest for a second, but try to finish in the last 5 seconds together. Here we go. 4, 3, 2, 1, but we are not done quite on that side yet. We're going to keep that leg. This time we're going to take it to the side, to the tricep. So front tricep, and we're going to pulse it there for a side glute pulse. So we take it to the side of the tricep and pulse. Your foot can be flexed, pointed, or relaxed, whatever works here. Now, we've shifted the weight a little bit. You're going to feel that weight shift. But what I don't want you to do is bend the back arm and collapse. Keep your weight square to the floor, hips and shoulders in between those hands. And we're crunching ribs to hips on this front side like this. And then just a little pulse. So we're not fully resting. We're keeping that knee going to the elbow. If you need to, you can take it a little lower, like forearm height is fine. You're gonna feel that in the obliques. But then if you can get it higher, you're also gonna feel it in that piriformis, side glute, all the things. And it burns. Oh my gosh. Ooh, there's a reason I had us do all one side at the same time. It's harder, but it's so much more effective. Now we're going to switch to the opposite side. So I'm going to stay facing this direction and show you kind of a side profile, opposite side. Starting with just a kick back. Remember the leg is sweeping back and then up, push that heel to the sky. Now your arms are probably going to feel it right about now because we've done one side, we've done 3 minutes. Shoulders are going to burn a bit too. So if you need to, feel free to just push back for a second and then get back in it when you can. If you start to find you're pushing yourself back because your shoulders are fatiguing, take a break, take a little bit of a longer rest because it's not going to be as effective for the lower body and what we're aiming for here if we're not in the proper position with those shoulders directly over the wrists. Keep that nice hamstring curl, push that heel up, just a couple more. Rest. Woo. Okay, 2 more minutes on this side, less than that really. So we've got the scorpion pulse and then the side glute pulse. Brace that core, let's go. Every time I'm pulsing, I'm exhaling through pursed lips. You don't have to do it every time, but it helps fire that core and pelvic floor in unison with the glute, hamstring. And when you can exhale and use your breath, that's going to help activate your core, help get oxygen to the muscles, and help all the things fire together as a unit. We want that core canister, and that includes the glutes, firing together. Oh, remember, you can take a break if you need to set that knee down for a second. Jump back in when you can. We're in the home stretch. Let's finish together. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Ooh, okay. One more side glute pulse, and then we're on to the core. So no more glute burning, shoulder burning exercises after this. Okay. I find one side for me is harder. Like this side, it's way harder for me to get my knee up to that tricep. And that's okay. If you're like, that is not happening, just do one tap and then put the knee back down. That is also fine. I get it. We're in the home stretch. It's tough right here. Do what you can. Make it work for where you're at in this moment. And again, technique is paramount. So if you do 10 seconds with good technique, that's way better than doing 30 seconds with just kind of sloppy technique, just trying to get through the interval. Remember what I said about gritting your teeth, make ugly faces? I am there. Almost there. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Okay, this time on your back. This is going to feel really good after all that. Take your arms wide, palms up, legs up, toes pointed. Brace your abs, and then slowly drop the legs to the front of the room with straight legs as far as you can, and then pull back up. Now to the back of the room. We're going to get some mobility here. As you drop, inhale, use those obliques to pull back up. So we're keeping the legs extended, but if you need to, you can also bend the knees. The goal here is to go as far as you can without shoulders lifting. We want shoulders to stay glued, especially this opposite shoulder. You're going to feel that shift in the load. So make sure you keep both shoulders firmly planted and then use the obliques to pull back up. Your legs don't have to be perfectly straight here. That is going to limit your range of motion straightening the legs, but it's also going to challenge the levers using that deep core more. Okay, we're going to stay on the back, and now we're going to move to a scissor crunch. So we're going to start with the legs at the top. Toes pointed, arms stay wide, shoulders stay planted. We're going to lower the legs slowly, and like little scissors, we're going to just slowly scissor our way as low as we can go. Now, once we start to feel that lower back arching or losing connection, come back up. Inhale as you extend to the sky. Exhale as you lower. It might take you a few seconds. Don't rush it. In fact, go slow and see if you can get a little more range. Each time you do it, you might be surprised that you can go a little lower. See that? You might be able to take it a little bit lower. We can do one more, I think. Let's do it. Deep breath. Those thighs are going to burn too, so don't worry about that. Your abs are working for sure, but your legs are also working, so it will burn. Okay, we're going to come over now onto the back, work that posterior chain a bit more. So we're going to do a prone skydiver. So feet flexed, heels together, knees wide. Arms are going to come out in front. Exhale, lift the knees and reach back toward your feet. Inhale, release. Exhale, we're lifting knees, thighs, and chest off the floor, and then all the way down. So push your heels up, reach back. If it's too much to reach back, use your hands to help you push out of the ground. Maybe you just start with the chest, then maybe you add the legs, or just the legs. You can isolate each part of the movement to get to a point where you can do the whole thing. This one's challenging because it involves some coordination. You're having to fire the core, the back body, do a lot of different things at once. So break it down, and if you need to, just start with one thing at a time. Okay, we're gonna finish on our back, this time prone swimmers. So we're gonna take the hands on top of each other. You can lay your head down, looking down or to the side. Legs are straight. Exhale, lift the legs, and then kick. Just little kicks. Not a big movement here, but what we want to focus on is lifting from the knee above. We want to get those quads off the floor. Toes can be flexed or pointed. I find it's easier if you point your toes. I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but feels prettier. Maybe we'll just leave it at that. Now you don't have to look off the floor. I'm just keeping my head up so it doesn't mess with the mic, but you can totally relax your upper body. It's really fast, so I'm not exhaling every time I kick. I'm just taking intentional exhales through pursed lips to help keep those thighs going, keep the lower back going. Oh, and we made it. That was tough, you guys. And I made it up. I hope you enjoyed it. That was our 10-minute Pilates workout, day 7. Tomorrow we've got day 8. It's upper body strength. You won't want to miss it. I'll see you back here then.